Have you ever been lost when driving for yourself in a big city like in Manila or in Cebu?
Yeah.
If no, then good for you. But if yes, then you definitely know how stressful it is not knowing what road to take or which turn to make just to reach your destination.
Yeah.
Fellow Toastmasters, I have a confession to make. I am afraid of getting lost. And so, when I learned about this GPS navigation app called Waze, I immediately installed it on my phone. But honestly, when I started using Waze, I didn't want to listen to it. It's because it felt like it was leading me to wrong directions. I mean, I know that there is usual route or the straight shot to where I'm going, but Waze was telling me to turn left and to turn right and then to go all the way around to Japan and then come back. It was just crazy and it felt like I was getting lost all the more. And so for a while, I didn't want to listen to Waze. But later on, I realized that Waze was just actually finding me the best route, even if it wasn't the shortest route. So now, I listen to Waze more. Here's my big message for you today. You don't always have to listen to your phone's ways, but you need to listen to God's ways. But the thing is, many of us want to take the shortcuts in our lives most of the time, but God wants us to take the long cut sometimes. Are you in the long cut in your life right now? Maybe there's a dream that you've been praying for, and it's taking a little longer than it should. Or maybe you're working on something and you feel that there's a faster way of doing it, but God is making you take some detours and it's taking a little longer than it should. If you do, then I want you to know that you are not alone. I definitely know how it feels. But when I think about my past experiences of having to take the long cuts, I realize that there are two reasons why God wants it to happen. The first reason is that these detours are important. If you ask any successful person out there on how their journey to success would look like, all of them would say that it was never a straight line. It's actually filled with twists and turns and up and downs, full of detours. And so I am convinced that those left turns and right turns that I need to take towards my destination are all part of the divine plan. It's because I believe that God uses our detours as doorways to our destiny. These detours may take a little longer for you to reach your destination, or it may even require more effort. But it's through these moments that God is actually working on you, shaping you and equipping you for what's about to come. By letting you pass through these doorways, you are being molded to become the person you're meant to be. It is preparing you to become successful because that's what He has for you. And usually this happens when He's making you take that long cut. But you fail to see this most of the time because you are always in a hurry to get things done. Like, you plan on making things the fastest way as possible. Right after graduating in college, you plan on getting a nice job, making lots of money, building your family, and so on. You plan on achieving all of these things the fastest way possible. I mean, by human nature, nobody likes to take the longer way. But the second reason I realized why God wants us to take that long cut sometimes is because the shortest way is not always the best way. When I started listening to Waze, it led me to different paths that I had never been before. Yes, it is always scary to drift away from the usual and predictable route, but when I did, it was only then that I discovered a lot more. It showed me different paths that I never knew existed, and along the way, it brought me to see different places, people, and events which made me appreciate life even more. And had I opted to go with the usual route, I know I would have missed all of these wonderful and new learnings. Indeed, there is no guarantee that the shortest way is the fastest way. But God's way is always the best way. Are you taking that long cut in your life right now? Friends, no matter what your situation is, just don't stop. You just need to keep on pushing and moving forward through the downturns, detours, and dead ends. Because if you do, trust me, God is asking you to take that long cut so He can prepare you for something really big at the end of it. Friends, say to the person to your left, it is okay to take the long way.
It's okay to take the long way.
And tell the person to your right, keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Fellow Toastmasters, for me, this is what it means to be lost in the right direction. And I am enjoying it. I hope you do. May the heavenly forces be with you all. God bless you.